There are a couple things you should know when working with the ellipse tool. First of all, to create an ellipse, it's much like starting a circle. You click once to define the center of the ellipse. In this case, I'll place it on the center point of the sketch. And when I move my pointer, you see an axis appear. This can be either the major or minor axis of the ellipse. When I click to place it, a preview of the ellipse appears and I can define the other axis. Once I click again, the ellipse is complete. At this point, I'll press Escape to get back to my selection arrow. If I click and drag the ellipse, you can see I can stretch both the major and minor axes. To control the shape more precisely, you'll want to use a couple of dimensions. I'll activate the Dimension tool and then just click on the ellipse. Depending on where my cursor is, Inventor will add it either on the major or minor axis. I'll go ahead and add dimensions on both axes. If you look at the status bar, you can see that a dimension is still needed to fully constrain the sketch. Since I sketched the ellipse at an angle here, Inventor needs to know what the angle is in order to consider this geometry fully constrained. Here's a tip. To control this better, I'll add a construction line. So I'll activate the construction button on the ribbon, and then activate the line command. Now, I'll just sketch a line from the center to the ellipse, and click when I see the constraint icon pop up. I'll click Escape to turn off the tool. And if I click and drag the end point of the line, you can see the ellipse is still free to rotate about the center. As I mentioned a moment ago, you could add an angle dimension or a constraint to lock the rotation. In this case, I'll select the horizontal constraint button. Then click the construction line, and Inventor now tells me that the shape is fully constrained.